Hello, my darlings. Here we are again. I'm Jane B. Lee. I'm the author of The Red Bitch's Revenge and its sequel, which is Red's Revenge. Well, it's an upgrade, really, not a sequel. And it's out and about now. And what a beautiful day it is. A little chilly, but look at the sun shining. It's just gorgeous out. You can hear my neighbors mowing their lawns, and somebody up the hill on the other side of the creek, on the other side of the forest, is building something. You can hear them pounding. As some of you may know, I've been looking to get a new bulldog, no English bulldog. I love English bulldogs, and I've always had dogs in my life, and now I'm missing my dogs. So I've been looking for an English bulldog, running into so many con artists doing it. And I just keep looking around and see if I can find the one that's right for me. And I like dogs so much that I put them in my book. And so I have the dogs in my book. And in The Red Bitch's Revenge, I have a dog in there. And the dog is oops, I do this with two hands. The dog is a Rough Collie. Look how beautiful he is. Rough Collie. Can you see him fine? Rough Collie. And so I put him in the book. I was actually, when I was born, my folks had a Rough Collie. And my folks were really poor. We lived in a one-room apartment in, I think it was Omaha, Nebraska, or Lincoln, I'm not sure which. And I slept in the bottom drawer of the dresser drawers, and the dog slept underneath me. The dog was my protector. And so I put a Rough Collie into The Red Bitch's Revenge, and he has a pretty big part, a pretty important part in the book as well. And a little background on him before I do the little read up on it. Read just a little paragraph out of the book. Mrs. Dunn is 95 years old, never married. She had outlived all of her friends, and she was reminiscing about when she was a child living on a farm, that they had a Rough Collie, and she loved the Rough Collie. And so, looking through the newspapers, she saw a deal with a Rough Collie, and so she took a cab all the way out to see the collie, and the collie picked her. The one puppy in the litter picked her, and she brought it home. And she would take it, she had it for about 2 years, and she would take it for walks on its leash. And during these walks, she met up with Christopher. At this point, Christopher's back to being sober, and he would stop at the diner down the street. And on the way out from the diner, he would meet, the timing was that he would meet Miss Dunn, and the collie. The collie's name was Pretty. When she brought the dog home, she thought it was so pretty that should be his name is Pretty. But one day, Miss Dunn dies, and the dog sits at her door for the weekend, for Saturdays and Sundays, for 2 days, and waiting for her to show up, and she doesn't come. So that's the walk up. That's the work up to it. So now I'll just read just a couple paragraphs out of the book. On Monday, he went for his walk at the appointed time. He strolled as if the ghost of Mrs. Dunn was walking beside him. Christopher saw the collie walking his way as he came out of the cafe. He kneeled and petted him. They walked side by side up the street to the gallery. Christopher opened the door, and Pretty followed him into the gallery. He looked around for a few minutes. Seeing Christopher had gone to his desk to make a phone call, the collie walked up and put his head on his knee. Christopher petted him. Pretty looked up into Christopher's eyes. Animal shelter, the voice on the phone said. Christopher looked down at the dog's eyes. Sorry, wrong number. He spoke softly to the dog. He explained that Miss Dunn wasn't watching over him now, and always. That it was important that he be strong, that he had a new purpose in life. Others were going to depend on him. Dana stood back, watching her father and the dog communicate. This dog picked his owners, not the other way around. Sorry, I get emotional. So the story of the dog. Anyway, so if you like dogs, dogs have an important part in this, in my book, in the Red Bitch's Revenge, and in Red's Revenge, which will be out soon. So I just wanted to give you that. Also, again, I'm looking for an English Bulldog, 2 years or less, and watch out for con artists, because there are so many con artists out there, you just can't believe it. I mean, I think I told you a little bit about it, but they're just out there. Just got to be careful. So, Identity is my other book. That one's been out for a while. And the one coming up that I'm working on now is Angel the Assassin. And that's coming along just fine. And I put an English Bulldog in Angel the Assassin. So that's where they always come into my book somewhere. Okay. So it's Jane's Adventures in Storyland, www.janesadventuresinstoryland.com. You can go there, read parts of my books, read my poetry. Some of my poetry's there. First chapter of the Red Bitch's Revenge and the first chapter of Identity are on there. Playing with putting the first chapter of Angel the Assassin on there someday soon, so that may go up there. Beautiful day to be out. You can hear my neighbors mowing their lawns and building something on the hill. There's a big mansion on the other side of the hill here, and so I just had to be outside to enjoy it and to talk to you all. And you all have a great day. Keep your distance still. Take care of one another. Understand that it's a difficult time for everybody. If you're living with somebody, it can be stressful. At this point, after about 5 weeks, it can be pretty stressful. So just have a little empathy for the other person, and try and treat each other with kindness. Playing games to play, and watch a movie or two, or read a book. Okay. Love you all. You take it easy, and we'll talk to you sometimes tomorrow.